YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to another inter-equity trading video. Today, I am going to be covering a lot of price action on NQ. Actually, a trade I took personally, but I wanted to cover this price action specifically because there is so much to cover. It's actually a very common setup on NQ that happens a lot. It happens very often. So please pay attention to this video, take notes as per usual. If you guys enjoyed it, leave a like, leave a comment below of maybe future videos you guys want to see from us. And of course, subscribe if you guys have not yet already. We are so close to 20,000 subscribers. I cannot believe it. Turn those noties on. We got lots more content coming your way. All the best, guys. Take care. We'll see you in the next video. All right, guys, so here we are on NQ today, and we're going to be going over a specific trade I took. I want to go over this price action because there's just so many things I want to cover, a lot of value in the trade itself, and then leading up to the trade because price action got a little bit ugly, had to stay patient, and then finally the setup came along, took the entry, and ended up playing out to a T. So we're going to cover it all from A to B. Took it in New York session. So right now I have price rewound to New York session, actually right before stock open. Going to start off here on the higher time frames, break it all down, but we can see NQ on the higher time frames has been selling off for quite a while. Finally, we took all of these lows from the left-hand side. Since there, we printed some sort of a higher time frame low in the market, and we've been running bullish ever since. If we zoom in to this price action, we can safely see that we have a set of highs left intact up here. That could be definitely a potential target, but one step at a time. What do I see here as well? I definitely can mark this out as an area retail would want to be selling from. Why do I say that? It's just known as like a POI. If I go to the 4 hour, it's probably going to look like, there you go. So it's like an order block of some sort. Price typically will tap into these areas and give some sort of reaction. It doesn't mean we're going to sell all the way back down. No, I just understand that some sort of reaction can come out of this area. So what can we do? We can look to target this region as well. Very simple, very straightforward. Now we'll head over to back to the hourly time frame and start marking on some stuff we see. So right away on the hourly, I don't really see much. We can all agree that these hourly candles are extremely bunched up. So what do? Go down a time frame. So we go to the 15 here, and it's starting to make more sense. Look at this price action we had. Choppy, rangy, build. We get that sell off and we take a low from the left. After that, look at this bullish move that occurs. Okay, what's the intention behind this bullish move to the upside? We simply run some highs we left over here, these internal highs. From there, right away, your eyes have to be glued back to these lows. Why? Since we had this move from low to high, this induces buyers into the market. They're looking to take entries at these regions to push price higher. We understand that. We also understand that there's levels of liquidity right below. So you want to see price back down to this low at the least. Look at this level of liquidity we have down here. And then of course, we have internal liquidity points left to the downside as well. Where we run to, I'm not entirely sure because there's multiple internal points. You have one here. You have one down here. So when there is moments like this in price where you're not sure where price needs to head to on the left-hand side, my best advice for you guys is wait. Wait to see what lows get ran and then maybe ride some sort of continuation back up to the upside, right? Because maybe price comes down, we take this low, we get a pullback and we continue lower to the next one. And then finally we start getting, and we leave this liquidity up here. Then finally we start framing some sort of entry and we move higher from there. So my best advice, guys, and this is something I do all the time, is when you're not sure what low needs to be taken from the left-hand side, I just wait. That's it. I wait. So that's exactly what I did to take this trade. I waited to see what lows needed to get taken because I wasn't sure what needed to get taken before we moved back up to the upside. We're here on the 5-minute chart. Again, we've rewounded price to 9 a.m. So we're 30 minutes before stock open. We're going to play price to stock open. And there you go. We go bearish and we trade below this low to the left-hand side. Right now, we're extremely bearish. There's no reason for us to immediately start looking for buys. And look at that. Another 5-minute candle. Boom. Big move to the downside. Okay. And now we have finally taken out this low and now this low from the left as well. Who knows? Maybe this low needs to go as well. So what are we going to do? We're going to wait. Okay. And look at this. Price gives two big 5-minute candles to the upside. Now what I'm going to do is same concept we applied at the highs. Remember I was on the hourly and I went down to the 15. Now look at the 5 minutes here. The 5-minute candles. Very bunched up, very squeezed, right? We can agree. So I go to the 1 minute. I'm not always on the 1 minute, but sometimes you need to make sense of price action. So what do we have here? This is when, okay, and I want to stay here for a moment. This is when a lot of people start getting confused and they start marking up all these little 1 minute highs and lows. No. Guys, if price doesn't make sense at this current moment, all you need to do is wait. For the sake of keeping these charts as clean as possible, what we're going to do here is remove this blue line and add a black one, just so we can identify the run on liquidity at the lows down here. Perfect. So what else can we see? After the run on liquidity at the lows, this is, again, 15, 20 minutes after stock open, we get a move up to the upside. What do? Tap into this area. Why did I mark this out? This is going to be an area retail is looking to take entries from. What do we have right above? Look, equal highs, right? A form of liquidity. Perfect. Also, if we look all the way up here, remember, Asia and London left equals at the highs. Look at this level of liquidity we left at the highs, right? So everything is pointing for price to move back to the upside. Look at this big sell-off. And now I want to see price back up to the upside. So big false sell-off, I want to be a buyer back up. However, I'm not just going to buy to buy. No, I need to see price build me some sort of entry. And then I remember looking at this price in live time and I was like, you know what? Like, this is very ugly. It is what it is. Sometimes that's just the nature of price action. It's going to deliver some ugly PA. So you have to wait. Right? I was staring at this kind of PA for 15, 16 minutes. We're bouncing up and down like a heart rate monitor. It's ugly sometimes. That's fine. So I just need to wait till it makes sense. And look what we've done here. Price ends up running these lows, creating some form of a liquidity block down here. Do I take an entry off this just like that? No. I need to see a buildup now. Okay, I need to see a form of liquidity built. So look what price does. We move up to the upside and look, we're trading within this area that sellers are looking to take entries from. Price gets pushed down to print this low. And I remember I was trading live this day and I fully called this out. I said, okay, guys, listen, if price comes up, we take out this high and we respect these highs from the left and get a sell-off, we can take buys down here. It's exactly what I said. I wanted to see price above here, but I wanted to see price stay below here, because if we stay below this high, that means sellers are still in the market, and that's a great confluence for me, right? Because they'll take entries here, push price down, and then there's my buy, and I ride this thing up. Okay, so let's see how price played out, candle by candle. We induce higher. Remember, what is the purpose behind this bullish move to the upside right here, from low to high? This is to induce early buyers into the market. Remember, I want the high to hold. This high right here I've marked out. And look at this. We get a sell-off. Perfect. This is telling me sellers are still in the market. Look at this red box I've drawn out. Only imagine if there's sellers entering here, where's their stop loss going to be? It's going to be above these highs. Very simple, very straightforward, right? And they want to see price back down to the downside. But they're uninformed about liquidity. They don't know where liquidity is. And the liquidity is actually above these highs. So they should get trapped. So look what price does. Runs below. This is our buy entry. As soon as this low gets stabbed, stop loss goes below our low from the left-hand side. Always. And we're going to be targeting price back to the upside just like this. Okay. And I'm going to zoom out so you guys can see. Remember, we're just targeting this low from here. All this is that higher time frame area that sellers might be taking sells from. All right. Just like that. Okay, but I'm just going to remove the red box for the sake of keeping these charts as clear as possible. And you have previous day's high here, you have London's high here, and then you have the area from the left over here. So it's just over a 1 to 4 to this area from the left, and it's just under a 1 to 4 to yesterday's high. So up to you what you want to target. Both targets are very much valid. Let's go back to the lower time frames and monitor this price action. So we get tagged in, nice reaction up. Remember where the liquidity is, guys, okay? I'm going to put a blue line here to identify that. Remember where the liquidity is, 24879. And look at this, beautifully. So as soon as this high goes, I'm rolling my stop now. We're going to BE because highs are taken, right? Liquidity is taken. So is there a chance price can come down? Sure, why not? There's a chance. I do not want to be involved in that if that occurs. So with that understanding, I'm rolling my stop to break even. Okay, I'm monitoring this trade accordingly. We get a little pullback, that's fine. And then I'll drag this over. We run straight to target. We tackle this liquidity to the upside. So this whole idea, remember guys, this whole idea of this false sell-off to the downside and then we're looking for that big bullish move back up. We're not buying just because there was a sell-off to the downside. No, look at this logic. Look at this reasoning. Okay, we have a reason to move back to the highs, okay? We're not just buying to buy. We're not buying off a pattern. No, there is reasoning, okay? There's logic involved in our analysis. That is very, very important. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Again, if you did enjoy, you don't have to, but if you did enjoy, leave a like down below, thumbs up, comment. If you want to see other content from us, if you guys enjoyed this specific content, let us know. Much love. Again, I appreciate all the support you guys have been giving us recently. It means the world to us. We are so close to 20K subs, road to 20K, and then eventually road to 100K. See you guys soon. Take care. All the best.